Good evening. Announce the Plan Commission meeting of September 16th, 2013 is called to order. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Cooper?
Here.
Commissioner Gordon?
Here.
Commissioner Campbell?
Here.
Commissioner Niblin?
Here.
Commissioner Vaterlas?
Here.
Chair Evans?
Present. And if Commissioner Vadalis is going to do the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right. Is the order of the agenda acceptable as submitted?
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon?
I move that we approve the order of agenda. I'll second the motion.
Thank you. Vote, please. And that passes 6-0. Now, are there any changes to the minutes? Commissioner Gordon?
I do not have any, and I'm willing to make a motion that we approve the minutes for the August 19th, 2013 meeting.
Is there a second?
Yes, I'll second that motion.
Okay. Vote, please. And that passes 6-0. Thank you. Is the Director, is there a need for a designation of a liaison at the next meeting?
Well, as we discussed earlier, in the notice that you received in your packets, or maybe that was by separate cover, I'm not sure. The last piece of the Beach Boulevard project, which you reviewed and certified the IR for some time ago, is going to be heard by the council on Monday. So I think having a representative there would be appropriate.
Okay. I'm going to go. I usually try and go anyway. Is there somebody else that, if we see you there, we see you there. So, does anybody want to be designee? Okay. All right. Thank you. Consent items, and I see no consent items. Public hearings, I see no public hearing items, and consideration items. C1. Extension of permits for the construction of a 9-unit, 3-story condominium building with a subterranean garage at 1567 Beach Boulevard, Pacifica, number APN 016-011-190. Is the applicant here? Oh, I'm sorry, staff report, excuse me.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the Commission. On May 14th, 2007, the City Council on Appeal conditionally approved a tentative condominium subdivision map, use permit, site development permit, and coastal development permit for the development of a vacant parcel with a 9-unit, 3-story condominium building with an underground garage at 1567 Beach Boulevard. The coastal development permit was appealed to the California Coastal Commission. Because of the appeal to the Commission, the final approval was not granted until October 2010. On September 6, 2011, the Planning Commission approved a 1-year extension, and October 1st, 2012, the Commission approved a second 1-year extension. The tentative condominium map, use permits, and site development permit were originally due to expire on October 7th, 2013. The California Coastal Commission extended the coastal development permit to March 7th, 2014. This is the applicant's third extension request. The property was recently sold, and the new owner is requesting the extension because additional time is needed to finish the building design and complete the building permit approval process. Staff is recommending that the Planning Commission approve the extension request. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions for staff? Commissioner Neblin?
Yeah, just one really quickly. Is there any issue with us extending beyond the extension date that was granted for the coastal development permit? I see, because if I understood you correctly, the CDP's been extended through March of 2014. And
Well, again, that's an action by the Coastal Commission, not by us.
No, I got
So
that.
The convention here, even though there's no specific time limit on how long an extension can be, the convention has been to
Extend a year at a time.
Annually,
Got it.
once a year.
So we can extend beyond the validity
I don't
of the
think there's an
CDP.
issue there. That's a local control issue, I think, yes.
And I was just sort of curious, is there any process, or have we historically considered any process that would make this a staff-level decision, or is this something that's sort of baked into the ordinance code?
It's funny you mentioned that. We actually did make an effort. We had a fairly, lengthy and I thought interesting, constructive conversation some time ago, even though this is sort of off topic. It is an action that the commission took previously, where the commission was looking to exert some additional controls and have some built-in limitations on the extensions and how they were handled. Those recommendations were sent on to the council, and at that time, the council wasn't interested in acting on those particular recommendations, but I think they were open to revisiting that issue in the future.
Well, how long ago was it? I'm sorry.
That was, last year? Probably about a year ago?
I see. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions for staff?
Yeah, I have one more question. Is the owner, this is a new owner of the property that's seeking the extension?
New owner that recently purchased the property, correct?
Okay, and then the applicant doesn't need to change as far as who submits underneath this permit? Is it tied to the property, or is it tied to the applicant?
It would run with the property.
Run with the property.
Commissioner, nope, that's not you. Any other questions? Seeing none? Okay, is the applicant here? And seeing no applicant, open up for public hearing. Yeah, that's true, yes. Okay, close public hearing. What's the wishes of the
I move we approve the extensions.
Commissioner Gordon?
I'll second that.
Please vote. And that passes 6-0. Okay, anyone aggrieved by this action of the Planning Commission has 10 calendar days to appeal the decision in writing to the City Council. And seeing, okay, seeing no other items, Commissioner Communications, seeing no communications, staff communications?
I don't need to prolong this unnecessarily. However, I did want to mention, unfortunately, we were informed by the Coastal Commission that they have received an appeal of the Holiday Inn expansion that you reviewed on the 19th of August. We don't have the paperwork yet, so I can't say what the grounds for that appeal are. It is an individual from the community that wasn't at the hearing that the Planning Commission held, so I'm not sure exactly what the issue is, but
That was at the hearing?
was not at the hearing. So again, until we get the paperwork, we're not going to know what the grounds are or how ripe the appeal is, but we will keep you informed as to what happens as that goes through that process.
Thank you.
Oral communications, seeing no one for oral communications. What's the pleasure of the Commissioner Gordon?
I'll move that we adjourn.
Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Vote, please. And that passes 6-0. Thank you, everyone, and good night.
8:34.